For the first time in more than 20 years, the education of Somali children and youth has become a key priority. The education authorities in Somalia are working closely together to send 1 million children to school in the next 3 years. And a groundbreaking conference took place in Mogadishu on how to provide good quality education for all ages. 2 generations of young Somalis have now missed out on learning, and the current government has pledged to provide the funding needed to rebuild the education system.
To give enough education to our people is the only way we can create united communities, which can take part in the development of our country. To reach this goal, the government has committed to allocate the education budget, which is equivalent to the budget for security and defense.
The Education Conference was organised by the Ministry of Human Development and Public Services and supported by UNESCO and UNICEF. It brought together Somali education experts, policymakers, planners, academics, NGOs, international partners and members of civil society. They spent 3 days discussing ways to build an inclusive education system that would respond to the needs of Somali youth.
Sitting together and jointly looking at what are the priorities, and of course the whole planning, the whole idea of this came from the government. So education is important from different aspects. It is directly related to building the human capital that Somalia highly needs. But it also plays a significant role in peace building, bringing stability. Again, today we heard from different speakers that it has a unifying role. It can bridge and bring everyone together.
Only 4 out of 10 Somali children currently attend school, one of the lowest enrolment rates in the world. Those at the conference discussed a whole range of challenges, including the low number of girls at school, the absence of free education, the need for a standard curriculum, and the lack of trained teachers.
One of the things that I'm seeing has turned into a reality and an outcome is that people are getting together to arrive to solutions. As you know, the meeting is divided in several subjects, 5 main subjects, which the minister considered a priority for the country. For example, in my group, we were discussing, all of us, how to improve the quality of the teaching and what can we do to improve the curriculum. Everybody is participating and everybody has agreed that we need change, we need reform, and all of us must be the guiders and the leaders and own the process of this change.
Those attending the conference believe that a strong education system will empower young Somalis to participate in the reconstruction of their country and work towards a peaceful future.
All people here coming from everywhere, discussing not about the war, not what about the bomb, discussing about education, how to build this the education system. Talking about the teachers training, talking about the curricula, how the system is could be improved, and it's good. The other point is the cohesion, is to bring all the Somalis together. And now we are talking about one education system. We're not talking about 3 education systems or 2, we are talking about 1. And we need to start from somewhere. And this is where we hope that this conference, it will be the start point of this cohesion.
The conference attracted representatives from around the country, all planning together to establish a comprehensive framework for education.
It was important to come here for the first time in a Somali-wide education conference in the sense of information sharing and experience sharing. It was very important for us to demonstrate and share with other Somali partners what we have done in terms of policy development and curriculum, examination, all the elemental education important things that we have done. So it was very important to put that in information out there and also to learn from other parts. And I think this will be a good foundation for the future discussions.
The Ministry of Human Development, which is responsible for education, has taken the first step towards revitalising the education system with its massive Go to School campaign. The minister called for a focus on getting girls into the classroom.
If we don't have free and accessible education, it will be very difficult to have girls back into education. For my ministry, educating the girls is really very important for me. Empowering them is really very important for me. That's why I am focusing to have accessible and free of charge education. When you can offer education which is accessible to everybody and which is free of charge, the parents will not have any reason not to bring their daughters to schools.
Education is clearly a major concern for the Somali authorities and for Somali families alike. The ultimate aim is to provide free, quality education for all Somali children and youth, and the Education Conference and the Go to School campaign are important steps towards this goal. This is Susanna Price reporting for UNICEF Somalia. For more information, go to www.unicef.org. Unite for Children.